And we have Synchronic starting things off exactly with the strategy we have just talked about. It's the Mass Root Rider with the Valkyrie, which both teams are really good with, but they're bringing the jump spell instead of bringing the overgrowth spell, which typically Tribe brings to the table.
Yeah, with that jump spell giving him access into the enemy queen, can get towards the town hall as a scout spell off in front of the queen as she's going to make her way to the defensive king and that Grand Warden altar. But he is luring out the clan castle. Warden is following with these Root Riders, pops the ability as the king is actually going straight to the monolith. And no, he's not going to the town hall anymore because the archers pulled him away.
But there is the Phoenix egg on the king, which is now getting activated. Is that enough damage to take down the town hall is the question now. With the Warden and Root Riders at the top side, this otherwise looks good. If the town hall is going down, that's the key thing right now. And looks like, oh no, Bitter Hut. But no, the town hall is going down. The Barbarians were not necessary in the end. The town hall did go down. That was the key thing right now for him to happen.
Yeah, with the Root Riders continuing from the opposite side, Royal Champion still has her ability, and that Queen is speeding her way from the outside and helping to clean up this base. Noticing he's having troops all over the place so they don't have to wrap all the way back around, so they can meet up at one point to try to get the cleanup, dropping a couple goblins at the bottom to help to speed it up, because you never know in the end with the time. And he's looking at the time here. He's hitting 1.5 minutes. And he knows in order to compete with Tribe, you're going to have to be under 1.5 minutes. And he's getting a 3-star, but he still wanted to be way faster.
The question now is, do they worry about this for a reason, or do we see a fail? We have the same approach again with the jump then played for Synchronic. It's really the two different styles of playing this strategy right now. And, well, they're starting off with a hero dive again, having then the Queen diving for the tunnel compartment.
Yeah, Siege Barracks up to the top. Testals he's finding there as he's sending the Root Riders across with that Grand Warden as the King goes off. And look at the jump spell where it barely just clips one wall or two just so that King goes directly into that compartment and not to the expo, because he wants to really pat these Root Riders in towards the clan castle, passing around as the Queen, she can then wall break with that wall breaker there and secure the town hall.
Yeah, really, again, this more strategic approach, I would say, with the jump, with the separate Queen. Now there's the Rage to rage up the Queen and obviously the Unicorn as well. You should be able to get that Town Hall, hopefully, especially with the Queen ability. And time right now is just passing the 1 minute mark. The 60-second mark is now over.
Yeah, with the RC and her ability, has a couple super barbs, sending them to the bottom side headhunters as well. He's got a poison spell. Hopefully he can just completely ignore that Lava Hound and get right on through these buildings and defenses. And there you go. We have General X getting that 3-star. We have now, again, Root Riders. It's all about time here for Einstein. Let's see what he could do with no overgrowth. And like you said, Synchronic is bringing that jump spell.
Yeah, the jump spell again for that King. This time they're trying to deploy everything a bit faster. The spring traps against those super barbarians at the bottom side. King, Queen, everything in. But at this point, already 10 seconds has passed, which, I mean, it sounds completely strange, but those 10 seconds are actually important if you want to beat those crazy times which Stripe are setting up at the moment. The King is now walking in. He's jumping him all the way as the Root Riders are going to clear out the bottom side. So he's really trying to spread out his heroes, his troops, as much as possible to try to get the widest coverage of this base as humanly possible.
Yeah, as Root Riders now pathing their way into the single, and the King's got his ability still. The Queen's trying to make her way to the town hall. He does have a wall break to help get to that town hall there. And imagine, I'm just trying to think of wait, Tribe, the attack would be ending in about 10 seconds from now because of how fast their attacks. That's kind of the rate that you have to start to think about if it comes down to an exact draw in terms of stars and percentage. Still has the Royal Champion ability to skip across, but the Queen never ended up going to the Town Hall, and her ability was already forced.
Yeah, the King ability, all of the abilities already were forced. King as well, Royal Champion now with her shield, and it's already getting closer to the 1 minute and 30-second mark on this one. Royal Champ taking down the Town Hall, but going down with the Town Hall explosion. And this one is going to be even slower than the 1 minute 30 seconds. And this means their average time is going up. So going the wrong direction when it comes down to somehow staying close to Tribe. And at this point, it feels like that Synchronic only has one hope, and that is that Tribe somehow comes down to those diamond type bases to like a different approach. But a different approach as well is now on Philip's side, where he is going in with the regular dragons, something which I'm always surprised about, because it's kind of, I have the impression that Electro Dragons or Super Dragons, to me, they a lot of times feel stronger, but the pros, seemingly, I think we have seen that over the tournament, really like the regular dragons as well, which are for sure as well strong to use.
Yeah, and that queen is on the outside, so she can continue to try to help funnel these dragons straight to the court as he does use a freeze. And here comes that blimp. Going to use the War Internal Tome to protect the dragons, protect the balloons, and that blimp flying across to the town hall. The king got some fantastic value through his ability, as out comes the clan castle of archers, and there's also probably ice golems inside of there. And notice he did not put yetis inside of the blimp, because he didn't want yetis to pull out what's potentially always going to be in the clan castle here to defend ice golems, or even a lava hound, which we typically aren't seeing nowadays, because the lava hound kind of got nerfed a little bit on the defensive side, as it only pops less lava pups. But he's got the queen ability still intact here.
But the ice golems got lured because the Royal Champ got a bit too close to them. The queen ability is getting popped. The dragons are taking down the rest of this base, and it's going to be another 3-star for Synchronic as well. Both teams are just not able to fail. They just don't even know what that word means. They're non-stop 3-starring those.
Of how devastating it was, but now here it is. Mark going in with a queen charge Lalo. We have a flame flinger selected as the queen is down south to the bottom side with the healers being deployed on her. And notice he's got a Frosty and not a unicorn on this queen. Either A, he forgot to change his pets, or B, he knows something that we don't hear.
Well, the thing is that the unicorn a lot of times, if you charge into a lot of splash damage, is going down really quick. And I mean, he's going into like a bottom compartment which has 2 multi-archer towers. He's about to charge the tunnel, which again is doing splash damage. So a unicorn would not survive that long. So that's why he's going with the Frosty here, because this provides more value compared to unicorn. You can see even Frosty did not survive that long. So the unicorn of the queen would have not survived. Right, would have survived even shorter.
Well, this queen looks like she's passing towards this town hall as the king has come down to make his way to the left. He can freeze up the invisibility spell and the town hall here together, so the town hall can help go down. There you go, fantastic. As the king can make his way into the enemy queen, help take her down, including the scatter shot at ground expo and all that value.
That's right, another phrase to keep that queen alive, making sure that there's not as much damage. The king taking down an entire compartment. The flame flinger value at the top that already looks fantastic. And at this point, it's a Lalo. Where is that coming from? Going from the top into 2 sweepers, or from the far right side, and then in the back of the sweepers, but a lot of damage on the back end.
And he's only had 14 balloons for the Lalo portion. Did not use the War Internal Tome to protect the Lava Hound, so he's going to have to continue to make his way around. Depends on what's inside the clan castle, and it's most likely going to be Ice Golem, so it may never get lured out unless the Royal Champion runs on over there and pulls it out and gets stalled up by them, as he now is hasting his way through. There is the Warden ability, as the Eagle shots are going to rain down on these balloons, and indeed, Ice Golems have been lured out.
Balloons are spreading nicely. There's not much splash on the back end. It's a cannon which is not dealing that much damage to loons, but the sweeper now is starting to shoot. There is super minions getting released from the siege machine. The warden getting targeted. The Royal Champion trying her best to support, and with the Fox together, she should be able to beat the last couple of defenses. There is a skeleton trap though popping up. There is no more ability for the Royal Champ, but the Fox is standing here invisible, and he is getting the job done, being the finisher for his team, getting that 3-star. He's celebrating. He knows they are in the finals of the World's warm-up.
What?